nostalgic person, you like driving an old car, you can bring it to a mechanic, they can redo the brakes.
Sure.
So if you got a good gunsmith and he took a look at that and the action was true and, the bore is good, you could conceivably shoot with a gun for hundreds of years, right? Guns don't necessarily go bad.
Right, they don't expire.
Right, and especially because all the stuff like the trigger and the action and all that different stuff is replaceable. So you just it's compartmentalized. It's components. That's the other thing. They said that he took it apart and then put it back together again. Shut the fuck up. Do you know how much time it would take to do that if you were highly skilled?
To disassemble a gun.
To disassemble a rifle so that you can get it in a backpack. And by the way, not going to fit. Not going to fit.
In the backpack.
And then somehow or another reconnects it once he gets off the roof. What? What's that about?
Is that what they pitched, huh?
Yeah. Here's the other problem. Your season, your shot. The NFL season is rolling, and every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Every game is another chance to cash in. Don't just watch the action, win with it. DraftKings Sportsbook delivers the unmatched intensity of the NFL right to your fingertips. From the first touchdown score to anytime TD props or the thrill of live in-game betting, every snap is loaded with opportunity. New customers, this one is for you. Bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, score over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Your season is heating up. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code Rogan. That's code Rogan to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
If you shoot something, okay, like say if I take you to a long range shooting range and we sit there and we get you on a bench and you're sitting there and you go, okay, we're going live, and you flip off the safety and then you squeeze off that trigger, you hear boom! Bink. There's a gap in 200 yards between the shot going off and the impact. There's a gap. It's like boom, ding, because it's far. Right. 200 yards is far. Even if that bullet is fucking going, it still takes time to get there. And really long shots, like I know guys who do, like my buddy Justin, he does these long range competitions where they'll shoot out to a mile plus. They're shooting steel targets like that big at a mile plus. And he's like, dude, the hang time is crazy. It's like seconds.
You hear separation. Just,
yeah.
It's a
well,
trip.
you're watching it through the binoculars too. It's like somebody else is watching it. So you got a guy next to you that's a spotter, and you shoot, boom, and he's like, hit.
No,
literally, it's that long. So the Charlie Kirk thing seemed instant. It was like boom, he was down.
Instant.
Boom there.
So you think it was closer?
It could have been closer, or it could be the echo from that gun. By the time the sound gets to you, the bullet gets, because it takes longer for sound to get there, right? Because these bullets are supersonic. So the bullet will actually get there before the sound gets there. So that's something to take into consideration. God, it's a trap. So it probably can't. So now that I'm thinking of myself, I'm like, well, that's a dumb, like, I had a dumb point. Because the bullet is actually faster than sound. But I don't buy the assembly, reassembly. I do not buy that. They said he had a screwdriver up there. Fuck yourself.
A screwdriver?
Yeah, you need more than a screwdriver. You need multiple tools, okay? You need Allen wrenches.
Away.
You need, like, specific gunsmith tools. It's complicated. Oh, I've got a video. I've got a video of a guy breaking down a Mauser. And so this Mauser is the same exact gun that supposedly this dude had his grandpa had in World War I. So this guy breaks down this Mauser, and here it goes.
What's the fastest amount of time you can do that?
Many seconds. This guy's very good. Very good. So this guy who's doing it has clearly got military experience or gun experience. I don't remember, but we'll see if he wants the video. But this guy knows what the fuck he's doing, and it would take me a lot longer than it took him.
And that kid, it would take forever.
Unless this kid has secretly been training like John Wick for the past 6 months. Unless,
yeah.
So watch this guy break this down.
Take it apart. Takes a Torx key and an Allen key. Now, if I take a shot and immediately disassemble this, I have to remove the bolt, remove the magazine, grab my Allen key, hit the 2 bolts on the bottom, put those away in the Allen key, grab my Torx key, remove the scope, put everything in the backpack, make sure I have everything, and make my way downtown. Okay, which is going to take a lot longer for him than it is for me, especially because his fine-tuned motor function, something as simple as grabbing an Allen key to a little bolt, is going to be extremely impaired due to a dump of adrenaline throughout his bloodstream. An extreme elevated heart rate is going to make these fine-tuned skills extremely difficult. I mean, just for him to think and analyze of what needs to be done to disassemble his rifle and get away would be difficult. We're not even going to touch the topic of him assembling the rifle on top of the roof.
So the people that are listening to this, just listening, he is at 38 seconds right now, and all he's got the barrel away from the stock. He's removing the scope from the barrel, and right now he's 47 seconds, and he's struggling, and he's totally calm.
Yeah.
And he didn't just shoot a guy.
Right.
And then he's supposed to get it in that stupid fucking backpack. It's literally, it makes no sense.
And the elevator music was a nice touch, by the way.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
So this is just a narrative, right? We watch a guy jump off the roof, and then we supposedly find this rifle. So if you can have a guy that's in the audience that's yelling, "I shot him, now shoot me. I shot him, now shoot me," and then that guy gets arrested for child porn charges, like what is going on here? And then you find this rifle, and then you say, "Oh, he assembled it and he reassembled it." Like, okay. If I wish I was a cop, I'd sit in a room like, this story is horseshit. Like, none of these things make any sense to me. Like, you're telling me that this kid who's not military trained, this guy, first of all, how did he get to the roof? How come nobody was looking? How come nobody was like, there's a direct line of sight between where he's sitting and those roofs? You guys didn't check? You don't have a drone? Like, that's insane. So he's on the roof, he shoots, he jumps from the roof, he jumps down 14 feet.
Yeah, we saw didn't they have video of him jump? Somebody had a cell phone video of him jumping.
There's a video of him jumping. So this guy, whoever it is, jumps off of the roof and lands, whether or not he's even the guy who shot him. Maybe he thought he was going to shoot him. Maybe he's a patsy. Maybe he did it.
I feel like he's a plant. Did you see the video? Did you see the person doing the investigating on his mom's Facebook?
No.
You haven't seen this? Have you seen that, Jamie? Some dude online.
His mom's got a weird Facebook.
It's very trippy. It doesn't make any sense. Like, the more they keep looking into it, the more they're like, this doesn't feel like a real. It feels super fabricated.
But here's the thing. Just like I was talking about when people are arguing on social media, it's all part of the plan. If you want things to be...
Oh, I wanted it so bad. Buckets. I was buckets.
If you want people to lose all faith that anyone is going to solve anything, you add a bunch of... If you're going to kill a guy, you add a bunch of other wacky shit that doesn't make any sense, and you spam it out there at the same time. You leave a gun that didn't do it out in the woods. You do a bunch of shit like that.
You have an old man put his dick out and yell, I did it, I did it.
Yeah, you get some kid who has a boyfriend who's a furry, and you talk to him on Discord. I think he's a furry. I don't want to disrespect.
I don't know if that's a real thing.
His boyfriend's definitely a guy who became a girl.
And wears furry stuff.
I think they do furry sex. Or furry games. Excuse me. My apologies. I don't want to disrespect the furry sex
or
the furry game community.
Yeah.
Bro, shout out to the furries, because me and Duncan Trussell, we did a podcast once with the mascot outfits.
Yeah.
And we took the masks off after like 5 minutes. We're like, bro, shout out to the furries. Like, this is fucking hard.
Tough, yeah.
It's tough. We had this
sweating.
You have this big chipmunk head on all day. They're heavy.
Right.
You're hot in there. We couldn't breathe. Like, oh, dude. We took it off, and we're like, shout out to the furries, because these guys are out there rocking that all day long. Like, that is a commitment to being weird.
I just don't know. Something doesn't add up about
Something
that kid.
doesn't add up.
It feels weird.
The whole thing feels weird.
Between that, this was my story. Between that, 9/11, Charlie Kirk, Kimmel.
Yeah.
I was on the phone with my agent. I was like, good time for me to put out a fucking special. This is like the fucking worst, dude. It's like the worst week.
It's not, though. It's a good time.
Well,
People want to get away.
It's just so stupid to think, though, that I was like, oh, this is the world we live in. If someone is, I said, if you're waiting for a gap for like a good time, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
You just have to keep going, because this is insane.
That way of thinking that there's a gap, like there's a season. This is summer, springtime. It's pilot season. Right. All that shit's gone. Pilot season doesn't exist anymore.
No.
It was the fucking... Everybody would structure their year around pilot season.
Going back to L.A.
Yes, it was huge. All my friends from New York would all come out to L.A. It was a great time at the store. Pilot season. Look, everybody's here.
I did love that.
It was great.
People came from New York and they stayed for a month, and you're like, oh, I see these guys.
Great.
Yeah,
it was great. Pilot season was great. It doesn't exist anymore.
Well, it can't, right? There's
no shows.
Right. And it doesn't matter anymore now, because what Apple's investment has done, what Netflix has done, what all these streaming services have done.
What YouTube has done.
YouTube. They've basically been like, we'll just dictate how the shows exist.
Well, they didn't even say that. They just put out content that you can get instantaneously.
Yeah.
And they just put out so much of it that they drown the other people without even talking about them.
Yeah.
They didn't even have to bring them up.
Well, that's why those numbers, I mean, that's why the numbers for TV is so weird and low, because young people are like, well, I'll just watch it on my phone.
Yes.
I don't want to watch that.
So going back to this Jimmy Kimmel thing, there's a lot going on with this.
Do you know him, by the way? Or
yes.
No?
He's a good guy. Jimmy's a good guy. He's a smart guy. He's a funny guy. He was always very funny on when he did that fucking Windy City Heat thing.
I love that. Such a good movie.
I think he tried to distance himself from that.
Oh,
He
big
became
time.
like very, very, very successful because it's a 25-year prank.
What's his name? Perry Farrell?
Yeah. Let's not mention it.
Okay.
Because
I know.
Let's just have people go find it when
Go find
it. But you see that and you go, oh, that's the same guy. Like, yeah. Well, one thing that does happen to guys as they get older is, they soften their ways and they change who they are and they change how they interface with the world, and then if you're in Hollywood, you are also addicted to an ideology, and it depends on what kind of style you have. So if you have a funny, mocking style that is like satirical, that's always making fun of things tongue-in-cheek, like Norm Macdonald, perfect example. Norm Macdonald, even if he's making fun of you, is not gonna piss you off to the point where you tweet about him. Because if you do, he kind of won. He kind of got you. You know what I mean? So it's like Kimmel has this sort of go fuck yourself style. Well, because it's kind of ironically, he celebrated in his monologue when Tucker Carlson got fired. It's kind of a problem.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of a problem that he, in his monologue, talked about how it was the right thing to fire Roseanne.
Yeah, I remember that.
A little bit of a problem.
Yeah.
A little bit of a problem. Also a problem that he thought the unvaccinated, he made a joke about the unvaccinated people shouldn't get hospital care if there's people who are vaccinated that need that room. I think the joke was, oh, vaccinated person who's had a heart attack, come right in here, sir. Unvaxxed person who gobbled horse goo, rest in peace, Wheezy. Like, that was the joke. Look, I'm unvaccinated. And I was like, that's kind of a fucked up joke, but I'm not mad at him.
No, it's a joke.
It's just a joke.
It's a joke.
But it's like, those things weren't a problem. This one thing where he said it was a low point. What did he say? I want to be real clear. Let's like pull up his actual quote, because what he said was not bad. It wasn't accurate though, but it wasn't bad. He was just trying to set up this joke of Trump, which was good.
It was a great joke.
It was very funny.
But the setup was a little wonky. I do remember listening to it.
But it was also it's the problem with doing it that way on Monday is that by Sunday night, they already knew that this guy, his family had been saying that, again, I don't even know if he really did it, but this person who they're talking about,
The plant.
this person who they're talking about, whether or not he did it or didn't do it, well, the FBI is now investigating deeply and further, by the way.
Yeah, we'll find out.
So Kash Patel did say that. whatever that means, right? But so here it is, what he actually says. Here's the actual.
Weekend with the MAGA gang definitely trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and put everything they can to score political points from it. In between the fingerprints.
Okay, stop right there.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
it's a weird phrasing when he goes. They're trying to pin it as anybody but them,
Yeah.
asserting that he was a MAGA.
Well, this is the
guy.
thing. In the beginning, people thought he was. So the first reports were that he was a hardcore right-wing guy, that he was a registered Republican, which he may or may not be. Sometimes people go back and forth, you know. And then the other thing was that he was a groiper. So he was a Nick Fuentes fan. That was some other stuff that was going around.
What's groiper?
We'll get into that in a bit.
Okay.
Hold, please.
Yeah.
Then it came out that, no, his father is a law enforcement guy. That's not true?
That was part of the story, but I think later found out that was
Right. So
What's true?
some family members, by Sunday, the Utah governor was saying that family members were reporting that this young man had been wrapped up in some very hardcore leftist ideology. So this had already been released on Sunday. So on Monday, if Kimmel had just said, you know, it was a tragic thing that Charlie Kirk died, and let's see what the president thinks about it. Goes right to him, and like, what the fourth stage of grief.
It's a great joke.
It's a great joke. The whole thing was great, but the problem is, we had already known by then. Again, at least the narrative is that this kid is not a MAGA person.
Right.
The narrative by Sunday night, so a day before, by Sunday night, it was this kid was really wrapped up in some hardcore leftist Antifa ideologies. Listen, here's the other reality. If you're 20, you're dumb as shit, and people can get you to be a Nazi. They can get you to be a Muslim. They can get you to be a Mormon. They can get you to be a Scientologist. They can get you to be anything. When people are young and they don't have any friends and their parents suck, you can indoctrinate them.
Yeah.
You know, when I was doing martial arts when I was a kid, I was basically in a cult. I was just in a cult of how to fuck people up. Like, everybody bowed to everybody. It was bananas. You have to call everyone sir and mister. It's kind of very cult-like. It's very disciplined. It creates great structure. It was good for me growing up. But at the end of the day, it's kind of a cult-like. We're just lucky they didn't take advantage of us.
Right. They make you stay after and do other shit.
20-year-olds are dumb, dude. Right. It's like we have to have a little bit more grace for people, like across the, obviously not for ones who actually shoot Charlie Kirk, but the problem is everybody, because they're online all the time, genuinely believes that there's this crazy culture war that we have to stand up and fight against. I was telling you about that guy that was saying that you have to be like Neo for the Matrix now. You're calling like, will you fucking settle down?
Yeah, slow down, dude.
Settle down.
Just get your matcha and chill out.
Also, it's like the last thing the left wants is an actual fight with the right. They're so much more armed.
I was just gonna say, who do you think has all the guns?
Who do you think is former military?